All right, we are recording. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and screen share for you. If I can remember how to do this. That's not it. Oh man. Totally done this a bunch and now I cannot remember. Oh, the one that says share screen.
There you go.
I'm having issues tonight. That one. That's what I want to share. All right. Can you see that?
I can.
Yay! And all right. So what we are going over today is how to share your story through breadcrumbing specifically, but just sharing your story in general is going to be the biggest topic for tonight. The worst story ever told is the story you never told. I love that quote. I just think that we hold things in too much, and people can really benefit from hearing that they're not alone in anything that they're going through. When we make it through something, whether it be losing 10 pounds or getting your stomach cut open, having a hysterectomy, whatever, somebody is going to relate to that story and really benefit from it and know that they can also make it through. The keys to getting started and being a social media success. So just like what is talked about in the book, The Compound Effect, I'm not sure if you've read it yet, but repetition builds skill. We don't start out perfect. Anna and I were just sharing the other day our most hated posts that we have ever put up. our pictures that we've put up or made or posts or whatever from when we very first started. But once you do it over and over and over again and you see what works for you and what people respond to, you're going to get better at it, obviously. So repetition builds skill. Consistency builds followers. I talk about consistency a lot because I really believe in it, and I really believe that is what has gotten me this far. What can people expect by following you? So consistency builds followers. People want to know, what types of things that you're going to post about. They're going to connect with you in a certain way. So I don't know if you've heard the phrase, your vibe attracts your tribe. But I love it because I feel like, so Anna and I were complete strangers. I found her off of an ad, but her vibe attracted me, and we are like two peas in a pod, basically. We are very similar in personality and in our strengths and our weaknesses and everything. Some people, when we first start out, it's like we want to just help everyone. Like, I'm going to just put myself out there and I'm going to help every single person that's on my friends list or even not on my friends list. And all of these women need help and I'm going to help all of them, right? But I'm different than you and you're different than me and you're on my team, so we're similar. But say, I don't know, Melanie Mitro and we're two different people. So we're going to attract two different types of people. It's like Starbucks and Dutch Bros. I've been working, like doing my office work at Starbucks for the last week, and there is a completely different set of people that go into Starbucks than there is that would go through a drive-through at Dutch Bros, Mm-hmm. When I walk into Starbucks every morning, there's police officers that are going in there, there's city councilmen that are going in there, there's realtors that are having meetings that are going in there, it's all like suit and tie, based, that's the Starbucks. But people like my sister, who's a Dutch Bros addict, who is, let's be honest, she's a butch lesbian that looks like a boy and is covered in tattoos and with a giant neck tattoo. Like, that's the kind of people that Dutch Bros attract. They're both very successful businesses, but one is geared towards one crowd and another is geared towards another crowd. So my crowd, they are going to know what to expect when they follow me. Versus somebody like Melanie Mitro, they're going to know what to expect when they follow her. Or even, I follow both of them on Snapchat so that I can kind of see and get ideas on how they do things and run their business. So this week, we'll take 2 top 10s, Melanie Mitro and Raina Odell. Melanie Mitro is like the mom. So is Raina Odell, but Melanie Mitro is like the straight-laced soccer mom with like the perfect hair and everything. Raina Odell is like cussing and lip syncing to rap music, and she has one side of her head shaved. They're both top 10 coaches. They're both moms, but they're going to attract a completely different market. So people need to know what to expect when they are following you. And that goes right into the second thing. Be you. I don't want to be Melanie Mitro or Amy Silverman or Raina Odell or any of these people. I need to be me because I'm going to attract the people who need me and need my story. Put your best foot forward. We don't want to lie to them and make them think that everything is happy-go-lucky, perfect all the time. But I mean, you know this, and I never have a problem with you, but just try to keep the negativity to a minimum, because they need to be able to go to your page if they're having a bad day, and they know that when they come to your page, they're going to see something that's positive and uplifting and will help them with their day. The last thing is go public. When you start building your social media platform and your network, you're going to start reaching out to people that you don't necessarily know personally. So the easiest way to grow your network is to make your profile public. I send 20 friend requests a day. I'm at the point where I don't know any of them anymore. A lot of them have mutual friends, as I do, several mutual friends. But to avoid getting that dreaded message that says, do I know you? I keep my page public. So when I send them the friend request, they can go to my page and look through and see my posts and see what I'm about and decide whether or not they want to friend request me back or accept their friend request. And it has been about 8 or 9. This week, it's been like 12 to 15 people that actually do accept my friend request. So it's a pretty high number. My network is growing really fast this week for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm okay with it. The other thing that you can do is, when I first started, I had actually deleted my profile. There was some drama. I mean, I was involved in a dramatic relationship, so there was some drama with some old friends of mine. And I was tired of it, and I actually had deleted my profile. And then a couple months later, just a few months before I signed up to coach, I finally made a Facebook profile again. I had about 100 friends. Everything was on lockdown. I mean, everything was private. You couldn't find me. You couldn't search for me, nothing. I added just the people that I wanted on there. And then I decided to coach. And I had to really shift my thinking with that and making my page public, because I didn't want people to find me and see my stuff and whatever. So basically all I did was I went through and blocked the people that I didn't want to see my stuff. So you can do that. And then there's certain posts that I will put up that I will make so that only my friends can see it. So it's set to everything posting public, but you can make certain posts so only your friends can see it, or only you can see it, or whatever. So like when my daughter started school 2 weeks ago, there was a picture that I posted that had the name of her school. Like she was standing in front of like the sign that said the name of her school. I didn't want certain people to see that. So I made that post so only my friends could see it. And then those other people are blocked anyway, but just as a double precaution. So you can do things like that also, but still have most of your profile public so people can see what you're about. What's your story? We have to figure out what our story is. So, and your story will evolve also. And of course, there's things that we won't want to talk about, we won't be comfortable talking about. There's things that I will never talk about on my Facebook page, and that's fine. But let people inside, give them a general idea of who you are. Be relatable. That is huge. People want to know who they're talking to, who's actually going to help them. And especially since we are not sitting next to them, helping them do the workouts or cooking for them or whatever. We're not like a physical buddy running with them or whatever. We have to be even more relatable online so they know that they can trust us. Leave people wanting more. So I read this after I posted my huge long Who Am I post the other day, and I can see where I should have, stopped here and there, or just put bits and pieces of it here and there. But my thought behind that post was, I actually, you guys know that I've had a rough month this month. It's just been slower. I think it's been slow for pretty much everyone. But after having such a great month last month, I was confused as to why this month was so slow. And then I went back and was like, oh my gosh, I'm not telling who I am anymore. I am in this great relationship now, which is awesome and amazing, and I'm so happy, but I haven't talked about where I've come from or the struggles that I've overcome or anything, because I do feel so happy, which is great, but those people didn't know anything about it. So all of those people that I had added had never seen my story before, so I decided to just post the huge long story about it, and it actually got some attention, so I'm glad I did it. But this is talking about, post some of it here, post some of it there, leave people wanting more so they want to come back and read the rest of your story and know what you're going to post and know what you're talking about. Post how you speak. So we would never go to our friend, or I would never call you up and be like, have you ever felt, well, maybe you don't want to sound salesy about it, is basically, I can't even do it because I've been trying so hard not to do it. But so post how you speak. You want to post like you're talking to your best friend. I say, you guys, all the time, or I'm like a dork like that. So when I'm typing, I'll be like, you guys, guess what happened, blah, 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 or dude, or something like that, just something dorky, because I'm a dork like that, and I actually do talk like that. Or I'll toss the F-bomb in every once in a while, because that's how I talk. So post how you talk. If you wouldn't say it like that to your best friend, then don't post it like that. Some topics to address so that you are talking about your story, and just kind of to give you a kickstart on like, well, what do I say now? Talk about your physical transformation, talk about your emotional transformation, and talk about the financial transformation. Even if you did a great post when you were like, I got my first check, that's awesome. Just remember to post, if you ever post a financial post, just remember to post that little blurb underneath, just so that we don't get in trouble, because I guess Herbalife people got in trouble for not posting that or something. So all it says is that Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of income, and it's all due to diligence and skill, which it is. It's not a lie. So I always say right before I post that, and because it's totally true, and then I post that thing. So that I don't get in trouble. So examples are, I joined because you're great at that. I joined because I had low energy. I wanted to run around with my kids. I joined because I had weight to lose and I kept quitting and I wanted to not quit anymore. I'm so happy I did because whatever. Because of my business, I hope to go full time, travel the country, travel the world, whatever you want to do with your business. And the last one, oh man, I totally did not know how to number that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Oh, how funny.
The last one, make a video of your story. This just went on my to-do list. So I am going to do that also. I'm debating going live on my like page to make a video of my story also, just because Facebook loves going live right now. But make a video, upload it to YouTube, upload it to your page, and talk. People want to see our personality and us talking. So just like when you're talking to somebody about joining a challenge group and how we've talked about using, you know how I love using the voice to text thing. When you're talking to somebody that you don't know, it's also good to use that because then they hear your voice and they realize that you're real. People kind of think that we're like fake. Like somebody asked me the other day, how did you make this transformation? And I was like, okay, I hate to say this because it sounds so cheesy and lame, but it is, or cheesy and maybe salesy or whatever, but it's so true that Beachbody helped me make this change. That's what kickstarted it, you know? So when they hear you saying it instead of just typing it, it just becomes more real. But just other ideas of things that you can post about is just talking about if you're overweight or if you're a homeschooling mom or if you've never completed anything. Like I'm a 6-time junior college dropout. I'll talk about that. I never completed anything. And I've been in this for over a year now and I'm still like gung-ho ready to go. I've quit so many freaking jobs and I just have such a passion for this business that I will not quit, you know? So anyway, that's one of mine is I've never completed anything. Health complications, struggling financially, had an eating disorder, divorce, low self-confidence, just anything that you have overcome, post about it and talk about it. Breadcrumbing. Share your story in pieces. This is, we just talked about that again. Don't give them everything at once. Don't word vomit on them. Give your story in pieces so they want to keep coming back for more, which is number 2. It's okay to share your successes, but don't omit the struggle. I think I saw that you posted about the teething baby and it's been hard and whatever. So people know that you're a mom and that you're real and that you are having struggles, but you're still at it, which is awesome. I posted a workout video that I did not want to work out. I didn't feel like doing it, but I did it anyway. So just try and end on a positive note when you're talking about your struggles. Less is more, keep it simple, and don't overstimulate. So this is kind of about pictures, and I don't see you having a problem with this, but some of the top coaches love PicMonkey, and it works for them. They get all these fancy pictures and all these graphics and all this stuff on their pictures. If it works for you, then awesome, but what I have found is that looks too salesy and it doesn't work. People want to see you and they want to see that you're doing the program and the things that are working for you. I kind of wish that I would have put in here those two, the picture that Anna showed me of her first picture and the picture that I did of one of my first ones that are our worst ever because it's totally overstimulating, terrible quality, too much PicMonkey going on, like graphics and jazz and all this garbage. Just keep it simple. 3 questions for breadcrumbing. So these are, again, things that you can talk about, when did your struggle begin? So when did you find yourself, when did you find that you were, your energy was lowering? At what child or what age of the children, or which number? Or what, what age of yourself even? For me, I don't even know if I could pinpoint it, because I swear in my 20s, like, I felt like I was tired, and then I had my daughter, I was like, I don't even know what tired was at that point. Yeah. This is tired. What was the moment that made you want to change? Usually there's like one thing that happens that like really sticks out. I know for Angela, she has her before and after pictures. I don't know if you've seen them, but she's had 100-pound weight loss, and she has one picture where she was at a wedding, and when she saw the picture, she knew that she had gotten big, but she didn't realize that she had gotten that big, and that was kind of like her kick in the pants to do it. And then how did you overcome that? How did you overcome anything, really? How did you overcome your weight loss struggles, or your health and fitness journey, or just anything? And then this, can I be real with you for a second? That is a great way to start any kind of post talking about something like this that's serious like that. Because when you say, I mean, you don't even have to say those exact words, but can I be real with you for a minute? People are going to stop scrolling and see what you have to say. Facebook affinity, we've talked a little bit about this, well, quite a bit about this, because you guys know that the ABC method. I think you know the ABC or A to Z method or something. If you don't, then we can go over that too. But Facebook shares your posts to people you interact with the most. So, and Facebook likes certain things. So the things that Facebook likes at the moment, because Facebook is always evolving, are videos, photos, and they hate outside links. So if you post a link to a YouTube page or to another website or like a blog or something like that, that's going to get the least amount of views. They're going to show it on the least amount of people's timelines. They don't like people leaving Facebook, because then they think they won't come back or something. But we always go back to Facebook. Don't worry, Facebook. Those people who saw your last post will see your next. So the person who saw your last post, they're going to see your next post, supposedly. I find that it's sometimes the same people over and over because they like my post. So they're going to see my next post, So I have to interact with those people less, because I know they're interacting with my stuff already, and I have to go to new people's profiles and start interacting with them. Interact with those people who you want to see your posts. My mom's not going to buy anything from me, so I don't need to see her posts. My sister is not going to buy anything from me, so I don't need to interact with her posts. So I don't even, like, my mom will come home and be like, oh, did you see that picture Ronnie put up? No. It doesn't show up in my timeline anymore, because I don't like her stuff, because she's not going to buy from me. So and I shouldn't say buy from me, but we are not going to work well together. I will say it that way. So I don't need to go to her page and like her posts and interact with her that way. But the people that I do think that I can help, the people that I know are struggling, the people that have talked to me about their struggles and what they're dealing with right now, I make sure to go to their page and interact with them on their page, so that my stuff will show up and maybe it'll brighten their day a little bit. Liking and commenting on their posts, of course, and then private messaging them is like the biggest thing. If you are private messaging somebody, your stuff will show up in their newsfeed. Constantly review your last 10 posts. So I do this every so often, and I actually just asked Anna yesterday if she will do a timeline review on me to see what is working well and what is not working. So sometimes, like today, I have had just a busy day and I posted, it's just like one of those little pictures that somebody else made that has like a quote on it or whatever. Those get like barely any interaction. They get barely any likes and barely any comments and everything. I just posted it because, well, I loved it. It was a pretty picture and it had a great quote and everything. And it fit well with my brand, but it wasn't me. When people see your face with those quotes, they tend to like the post more. They show up more. Yeah, it's just more personal for them. So I will review my my own page, my timeline, and my posts, and see what types of posts they're liking so that I can continue to do those or do more of those. What time my followers are online. Sundays are really busy days for me. Not so much in the summertime, I've noticed, because people are always out and barbecuing and everything. But Sunday nights are still busy times for me. Mondays are busy. And then like Wednesday afternoon or something, people are like in that midweek slump and they're scrolling Facebook, I guess. So that's a good time for me too. And then review your timeline also just to see, would you follow you? So I do that big time with my Instagram account because there's only certain accounts that I'll follow on Instagram, because Instagram for me is like my inspiration. Like I follow people who travel around and live in their vans. I follow homesteaders. I follow a lot of really crafty moms, that kind of thing. So I want to make sure that my Instagram, if you just go to scroll it, is not just a picture of my face. Like, I don't want it to be just selfie. I want it to be something that I would follow and that other people would follow also. So this weight thing is kind of cool also. The biggest way to get traction to your page or your stuff to show up in a newsfeed is shares. Comments are also really good. So on really important posts of mine that I want people to see, I'll admit it, I will go and put a comment on there on my own post, like a heart or something, or I'll tag somebody in the comment and just say like, hey Anna, what you think, or you know, whatever. And she knows what I'm doing, but it's just so that more people will see it, so that we'll reach more people. Likes are always good, and a click to open it, it's all right, but it's not the best, obviously. For this weight thing, I didn't mention this before, but making your page public and allows people to share, not just, if somebody shares your post, only the people that are your friends are still going to see that post if your profile is set to friends only. So if that post is set to public and one of your friends shares the post, all of their friends can see, even people that you're not friends with. So that's how a lot of these posts go viral, because they've got it set to anybody can see it. Somebody shares it, another person shares it, and it all links back to that original person, and then it ends up blowing up and going viral. Believe that your story matters. This is such a huge one, because a lot of people will think, oh, I'm just married, I've just got a couple kids, like my life's kind of boring, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has a story, and everyone's story matters. You will make an impact on just one person. When I told my story about leaving Oklahoma, I decided if I helped one person, it would be worth it. 2 people have come to me so far and said that I helped them get out of a situation. And one person, the second person, I was like floored that one person left because of me. Then the second person showed me a picture of her face. And it was unrecognizable. So that has been totally worth it, and totally, like, that is my passion, and my mission is to help women overcome struggles, and whether that be domestic violence or I was never hit, So her showing me a face that was unrecognizable was like, oh my God, you know? And I helped her get out of that situation just by posting my story. She didn't tell me that until afterwards. So your story will make an impact, whether it's a huge thing or whether it's a small thing, whether you're going through stress and depression and anxiety, and this is what has helped pull you out of that. Be the person that the old you needed, the person that, for me, the person that I needed last summer. You know, that's who I am trying to be now, is the person that I needed last summer. Be in the trenches. I talk about this when I post about challenge groups a lot, because I'm not at my goal weight, and I want to be. So I will tell people, I am doing this with you. I'm right there in the trenches with you, and then show them step by step how to do it, how to overcome. One of my weaknesses has been keeping up with challengers, and I apologize to you for that. Specifically. So, but that has been one of my weaknesses, and I am really working on that this month, and I feel like I've done a better job. I hope I have. My challenger right now has lost 10 pounds. So yeah, so I'm excited, and I'm like really trying to do that better. But so show them how to overcome that and be there with them. Be the successful story despite your struggles. So I'm still in the middle of my success story. I feel like, you know, I have overcome a lot, but I still have a long way to go. So I still talk about my struggles, and living in a bedroom at my parents' house with sharing a bed with the 6-year-old, you know, like I talk about those things. But I have overcome a lot also. So that is my success story. And I just, again, love this quote. Owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we'll ever do. Personal development. So this is also about sharing your story. It teaches us and it gives us ideas on how to voice those things that we have been through. This is talking specifically about the book Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk, or Gary V as he goes by also. This is number 2 on my list, I think. I need to get this one, and I need to get one other one really badly. Get it, read it, implement it, and then read it again. And that doesn't mean go back and read the same book again. Get the book, whatever book, read it, implement what you've read, and then read the next section. There's always so much that we can learn with any personal development book. Every single book that I have read, I'm on like the 6th book, I think, that I've started, plus, you know, a bazillion podcasts and stuff. And I've grown so much just from personal development. This one teaches you how the jabs are adding value, and then the right hook is ask. So what he talks about in Jab, 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 Right Hook is add value, add value, add value, then ask them to join you. So whether that be, you know, I've overcome this struggle, or I worked out today, or I wanted to eat this cupcake, but I had my Shaco instead, or whatever. Those are your jabs. You're giving them value and you're giving them information. And then your right hook is asking them to join you to do that. So that is it.
Good deal.
That's all I've got.
Well, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I hope it helped.
It did. I took some good notes. I'm excited.
Good. Yay. Good. Do you have any questions or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to stop recording now.